I was on the fence about was I thought about giving you the Mortal Kombat film, and
Mm,
I was
mm.
like, I feel like that could either be really good or really bad, and I didn't want to take that chance, and I'm pretty confident that The Bride will probably do pretty bad.
Fair
So
enough. You know what I was going to saddle you with if I hadn't gone with the drama? I was going to
what?
try to hit you with the same thing that messed me up last year and go with an early pick, and I was going to give you 28 years later
Yeah,
yeah, because it's early in the year and
yeah,
it's the franchise is starting to lose legs, and I was like, let me say, but I feel more confident with the drama, but that was my backup. I'm like, do I just try to hit him like he hit me with Captain America last year, get him early? But I don't know. These are amazing, though. I think we're going to be much closer this year than we were last year. I think it's going to be really tight because I think all these movies are going to perform the way we kind of think they are. And yeah, this is going to be a
yeah.
good fight right now. Boy.
With especially with like two of our big films coming out at the very end, yeah, it's gonna be very interesting.
Yes, it could
But
come down to the very end, and they're literally competing against each other at the same time. So
yeah,
that's going to be very interesting.
yeah. But
Yeah.
other alternates that I had on my list, there was only one more that I had on my list that I didn't pick, but I'm kind of glad I didn't. Project Hail Mary, because I think that could either be really good or really bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen Ryan Gosling in the astronaut role before as Neil Armstrong in First Man, and that didn't really do very well. And that one came out in like 2018, 2019.
Yeah.
So it's going to be very interesting to see how that one plays. But all the other ones, I really got to pick what was on my list. So
Me
luckily, I
too.
didn't have to vary that hard. I did have Odyssey on the list as well as my fourth pick as an alternate. But yeah, I'm super happy with my picks this year.
I am too, and okay. So let's talk some trash. The reason I think I'm gonna win this is because I think I have two guaranteed billion-dollar franchises. I do,
Oh, I do too.
and
I
then
do
and
too. What are
then
you
I
talking
think
about?
I could potentially have the third with the Odyssey, and Moana is gonna perform extremely well, even if it slightly misses a billion. I think Spider-Man and Avengers also. I think out of those three. They could miss a billion, but they'll be in the high 800, 900 million range. And same thing. So I'm feeling pretty confident that yeah, and my bomb for you, I feel pretty good about. So if it comes down to that final week between Doomsday and Dune, I think maybe the bomb pick is what wins it. But we'll see. We'll see. I just had to get a little trash in there, but
No, yeah, I think the two films that would hold me back would, I mean, the bankability of Supergirl, because that's a shot,
Yep.
and obviously your pick for me, drama. But the films that would hold you back, I feel like, I, yours is more bankable. Yours is, I feel like, more in the bag of because it's a lot of established IP and it's a lot of established storytelling with the Odyssey, because I feel like a lot of people, especially layman's people in everyday world, now know Christopher Nolan and his films. And I mean
Yeah.
that cast. I mean, come on, that cast alone is gonna bring people in, and then
And
plus you're gonna
that's
have all the jock people who love like Trojans and Spartans and like that type of
And
shit.
that's what I was going to say. I'm banking on the fact that this film will do massive numbers overseas. That
Yeah,
story is beloved overseas. That type of stuff always does well internationally because it's an international story and it's a historic story internationally. So that's what I'm kind of banking on. I didn't want to make the same mistake as I did last year with not having one that I thought could perform well internationally. And so we'll see, man. We'll
yeah.
see.
Ones that we left off though, Michael. I
Mm,
stayed away from Michael.
yeah.
Just I think it's gonna do really well, but I don't. It's a shot, man. It's a shot, especially with it being that third act being ripped to shreds and completely started new.
Without
That's
doubt.
why I kind of stayed away from it. I also stayed away from Hoppers,
Mm.
because I do think that Pixar is gonna regain some of its success this year, but I don't know money wise with a new established or new unestablished IP. Um,
Minions 3.
Minions 3, stayed away from that one. We
Scream
skipped
7.
Scream 7, Disclosure Day, Steven
Yep.
Spielberg's new Alien movie.
Yep.
Mandalorian and Grogu, that might be our biggest drop that we didn't pick.
The
Um,
Cat in the Hat. Maybe, maybe not. Could be a hit, could be a
That
miss,
one, yeah, I really feel like it's either going to be decently successful or
or just a
like
bomb.
as Smurfs bomb. Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
But I do want it to be good because I mean, kids nowadays like that new Benedict Cumberbatch Grinch and I
No, that's
mean,
true.
we didn't like it, but it seems to have that kind of same vibe as that one. So
Yeah.
that's going to be very interesting. But overall, we really took the same out outlook on how we were approaching things. The only one I stayed away from that was on your list is that Moana live action, but it did make the short list over here. Um, but yeah, I mean, were any of mine on your list as well? I know you had to choose an alternate
Yeah,
after
Toy
Toy
Story
Story 5.
5. I did have Supergirl on my list as like my weakest pick, but cuz I agree with your
Yeah,
assessment of where you think that's going to go. And I had Super Mario in case you didn't take Super Mario. So
yeah,
yeah, you did have several of mine that I had as alternates for my picks.
yeah.
So but yeah. And the weird thing is because I put a lot of time and strategy into this one. I really wanted
I
to
did
take it like
too.
seriously,
Yeah,
and I think you are the same as what I'm about to say. I anticipated really well what you were going to pick.
yeah,
So you didn't have any real surprises. The order you picked was a surprise, but all of the films that you picked, I anticipated you were going to pick. So
yeah,
that's how I had to develop my strategy is, okay, here's what I think or know he's going to pick. How do I counteract that? And that's how I chose to pick what I picked. So
yeah.
yeah, interesting. It's gonna it's gonna be a good one, my friend.
It is, and I mean, yeah, Avengers. That I think that was inevitably either one of our first
Had
pick
to
if we
be,
had the
right?
options. Yeah, like you couldn't. But I mean, also, I'm again like I have t- two children's films on my list,
Yeah.
and you have the one, so I feel like that could possibly give me an edge. But there's so many different like routes and scenarios with this one. Like it's crazy. I definitely feel like you're right that it is going to be closer than it was last
The
year
danger
because
that I
damn.
have, the danger that I have in my pick, and I agree with you, closer than ever than even we could have dreamed of for last year. I think the danger in my picks is that I feel like I have two that, and it's going to be my top two picks that could come out just slamming in the first weekend, potentially second weekend, and then drop because that's
True.
what they tend to do. They come
Yeah.
out slamming and make all the money in the first and potentially second weekend, and then they drop fast. But I do have a couple that, like Lilo and Stitch, I feel like could have long legs, and that's the Odyssey and Moana. I feel like
Hmm.
those are ones that come out and have strong opening weekends and then just continue that performance. And I'm hoping that that propels, or props up my first two if they die quick, that it makes enough long term money to hold the other two up. So
Yeah.
we'll see, man. We'll see.
Yeah. But yeah, I'm super happy with this. This was fun. Definitely like it. I think it's going to be a fun year, especially for films. But I mean, there's a lot of good films coming out this year, which I think well, hopefully good films. I should say, hopefully good films, because there's a lot of chances. I feel like there's more risk being taken this year.